How's it going, guys? My name is Tavarish, and today my cheap Lamborghini gets a turbo kit. So, if you guys are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining us, and hope you guys like it. Subscribe if you like what you see. Behind me is my 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo Spider, and it's in the process of being a running driving example with a little bit more power. Now, today is a very special day because unlike other episodes where I was just putting stuff together, this time I'm modifying things. And this is a very big thing because I'm going to be modifying the twin turbo kit. Well, it wasn't really a kit per se, but it was a twin turbo system that got this thing to 1,000 horsepower on the dyno. Well, this was many moons ago, but hopefully we can get to that number today. Well, not today. What am I saying? Get to that number eventually. So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, this is the back end of my Lamborghini. And right here is where the turbos would sit. One would be right here, and another one would be right here. So I have everything taken apart. Exhaust is where it should be. If I wanted a turbo kit, that was basically backwards, and that's the way the car came to me. Now, in the turbo kit that the car came with, turbo sat right here, and then the exhaust went out here with the intake coming in right here. If you know anything about turbo kits, if you know anything about how turbochargers and internal combustion systems work, then you know that you don't want the intake in a path where there's a lot of hot, stagnant air. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn everything around. We are going to lengthen or shorten these tubes as necessary, and then we're gonna make a stock exhaust. Now I say we a lot. Now you guys think that I just refer to the royal we, but I actually have a friend today, and my friend is, he's a viewer, he's a subscriber, he likes the, he likes my channel for some reason, and he decided that he would reach out to me, and he helped me out with the welding. He's actually a master welder, and I should probably put the camera on him right now. How you doing, Tony?
Good.
Yeah, so Tony has brought his entire welding rig. It's a TIG welding rig, and we are going to be TIG welding this thing, not only with some mild steel, which is this, I believe, but we also have some stainless steel, which is there, and we also have some aluminum, which is for the pipe work for the for this thing, the air-to-water intercooler. So this is going to be an all-encompassing system, and let me show you what I have here. So here are the turbochargers. There's 1 and 2. These are actually really expensive, and I just have them thrown around like they ain't worth nothing. But right here, this is what's gonna kind of quiet the car down. It's a cherry bomb glass pack. A lot of guys in the 50s and 60s and 70s use these to kind of fool the cops into saying, oh yeah, I have a muffler, but here I'm actually gonna be muffling because this car is gonna be insanely loud. So here I have a J-pipe just in case we need a bend or a straight. It's just a pipe with a bunch of bends that we can cut to length. And I have new flanges for the turbos. These are T3 flanges, and you can see we can put a pipe through it, and then it's kind of beveled to accept the turbo housing. So we also have some V-band flanges right there, and we have the intakes just to mock up, and we have some exhaust, I guess the exhaust tips that we have to re-weld on the new exhaust. But this is gonna be fun. I have no idea what I'm doing as far as welding, so I decided to recruit a friend, and right now what we're gonna try to do is mock these up so the turbos at least sit in their homes. That is today's project. All right, so this is Tony's welder, and actually he told me that it's like 800 bucks, and it has all these cool knobs and switches. I have no idea what any of them do, so what do they do?
AHP Alpha TIG. This is all analog welder. It doesn't have all the digital buttons and confusing things, so whatever you want it on, you can just turn it and put it there.
Cool.
It's a TIG stick welder. AC DC. It will do aluminum. It has a high frequency start.
Oh, that's cool.
So you don't have to actually touch the tungsten to the metal. You can just push the button, push the pedal, and the arc will start. That's
cool, man. Wow, so I always have wanted to learn how to do TIG welding because it makes everything look really beautiful. It has the, you know, that stack of dimes, that sort of thing. And I've never been able to do that because all I have is Harbor Freight welder that's in there and actually ran out of welding wire. So yeah, so hopefully we can get a little bit of this welding done and get these turbos situated. So right now what I have is, this is one of the turbos, and I want to get this mocked up right here. So I want to have the intake basically coming out that side and the exhaust coming out this side, and we want to have this clocked a certain way. So what do you think we need to do? I'm going to get some pictures as far as how I want it routed, but what I'm thinking is we can just like cut it right here, like right there, so we have plenty of room, and then we just put the turbo, kind of like slap it on there. Or we can just take a slice out of here and move this all back. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I don't know how to route these things, but it should be interesting. All right, so we got one pipe off, and this is how we're marking it off. Basically, we're eyeballing where this cut is gonna go, and we did that by just putting a zip tie right here. So this is like a 90-degree angle, and we wanna put like a 45-degree cut here. We're also gonna bring this back a few inches because that's how we're gonna clock the turbo. So this is, I've never done metal fabrication, so I'm really excited about how it's gonna turn out. And we measured, or rather Tony measured, that this is the same length all the way around. So that's gonna be, well, we don't want an oval. That's basically what that was preventing. And we also have a new flange that's going on there, so we can tack that up. But yeah, now we're gonna cut it. Okay, so we have the turbo and we have the pipe, and it should all mate up, except for the fact that it doesn't really mate up. The flange has shifted just a little bit, and we're trying to find out how the turbo is gonna sit. Now, right here you can see the flange, it's not exactly straight, it's not exactly parallel as it should be. It's a little bit cocked sideways, but that's not a problem because we just tacked it and we can grind this all off. So we're just gonna move this a little bit to the side, but take a look at how the turbo sits. If the turbo sits right here, that's basically where we need it. But this support right here, it's basically for the bumper. That is preventing us from putting an intake pipe into the intercooler here. So this might have to go, and I think it should be okay because I don't think I'm gonna have the rear section here anyway. A lot of people with the twin turbo kits, they don't run these things. So yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. But the turbo itself is in a good place. I just need to make sure that it doesn't run into the bumper. Yeah, let's have this tacked up. Let's get this tacked up. I'll take this panel off, and then we'll see where we are. We'll maybe put on the bumper and see if it fouls on anything. But for now, I'm pretty impressed. I'm liking how this is going. Okay, so we ran into a little sort of snag. So apparently this is the exhaust pipe that came in the car, and we are just shortening it to make sure that the turbos are clocked right and they're not fouling on anything. But this material, I thought it was mild steel, and it's actually stainless steel, or at least we think it's stainless steel. It's definitely not magnetic at all. Yeah, so we put the magnet on it. It very, very slightly pulls it. And yeah, stainless, like, I mean, mild steel would just be like really, really hard on there. Yeah, that's mild steel. The flange is mild steel. So we're gonna have to use a welding rod that can combine the two. And we're definitely gonna have to use some stainless steel rod for the section that we have to put right here, since there is a little 45-degree kink. So little bit of a setback, but we do actually have the rod, and we should be good to go. So we got this tacked up, and it is in the place where we really need it to be. So let's see if it works. And this is where the turbo is basically gonna live. And bam, look at that. See, that is good fitment right there. Now this aluminum bar right here, we might need to relocate that because that's gonna be in the way of our intake pipe, but this looks really good. There's plenty of room for the exhaust to come out and do that 180 that I want. And it is in a good enough place where I can get to all the bolts. So this is looking really, really good. Now, I don't think that we're going to be able to do both sides today just because this took all night. Getting the pipes just right, this took about, I want to say 4 hours or something like that, just because we didn't know what kind of material it was, just because we wanted to make sure that everything, when I say we, I mean Tony, the guy behind the camera. He is a real virtuoso at this stuff, and I would not be able to do it without him. But this looks really, really good. I'm glad that we figured out that it's not mild steel. It is most likely a stainless steel, and we're going to be ready for that. And this one should take a little bit less time just because now we know approximately where the turbos are going to sit. So this one, we're basically going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it at a similar angle and then just maybe lengthen it just because the turbos are offset. They're not mirror images of one another. I think that's going to be good. Now all we have to do is take this off and start to weld around. And I'm not sure if we're going to do that today just because I'm not sure if we have the stainless steel wire. I thought that it was going to be mild steel, but I'm rambling again, but I'm very, very happy. All right, so we are done for today, and we actually got a lot done, even though it doesn't seem like we got a lot done. But before I leave this be, and before we weld everything up, I want to make sure that this is the right kind of metal. So what I'm going to do is what Tony told me to do, and that is called a water test. And that's basically me taking a little bit of water and putting it on, whoops, there we go. I'm putting it on the flange like I did. I just dripped a bunch on it like that, and just kind of drip a little bit. And then I'm going to wipe it with a rag and leave it overnight. So if tomorrow we have a bunch of rust spots, then we know that maybe we need to coat that metal or we need to treat that metal with something, especially if we're going to be welding a stainless steel to a mild steel or carbon or whatever. So yeah, I'm learning a lot about welding today, and hopefully I will be learning a lot about welding in the next few days, because in the next few days we will be doing all the stuff in the back of the car, meaning the exhaust, the turbo piping. We're going to be basically making a $100,000 turbo kit out of what's just some scrap pieces of tubing and whatnot. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys watch it, and I hope you guys like it. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt that says that you are the warranty, obviously you don't want to buy this one because it's filthy and it doesn't really smell too good, then you can buy it in my Teespring store, link down below. If you want to listen to me ramble about cars with my friend Andrew Howell, then you can listen to my daily podcast called Wrench Every Day, and I have that every day, well, every weekday down below. You can subscribe to that, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, guys. But this is me telling you that on cars like this that now are a little bit closer to the 1,000 horsepower turbo dreams that I have for it, you guys need to wrench every day.